Next we are doing reproduction in fungi. Reproduction in fungi. Three types of reproduction may be seen in fungi: vegetative, asexual and sexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction. Vegetative meaning using the vegetative parts of the body. No reproductive structures are involved, maybe from hyphae only, by breaking and reforming, like how it was seen in cyanobacteria. Fission, fragmentation, budding may be seen. Budding, example, yeast is very popular for doing budding. We have studied budding in the first chapter. Second type of reproduction, asexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is the same as asexual reproduction only, but in fungi it is both separated because asexual reproduction involves the use of specific type of spores called as asexual spores. That's why vegetative reproduction is slightly separated from this and kept in a separate place using asexual spores, such as the one that we had seen in Rhizopus, that was sporangiospore. It is an asexual spore. Sporangiospores. Apart from sporangiospores, there are also zoospores, conidia. We are going to look at the structure of each of this in some detail. Let us start with conidia. We are looking at the first type of asexual spores, which are called as conidia. Example, these are found in fungi like penicillium. You know what is penicillium? This is the same fungus from which penicillin is extracted from this, right? So we are looking at that fungi. This is the structure under the microscope. There will be branching after branching, lot of branches. Something peculiar you will find about the branches, wherein this is the main branch, which will be called as the conidiophore. Conidiophore. Why is it called conidiophore? Because it is a branch that will be bearing conidia. Conidiophore will have several divisions of branches. The lowest one is called as rami, followed by these ones called as metulae, followed by the terminal ones which are flask shaped. If you can see, these are called as the sterigmata, which will be the terminal ones, and they will be flask shaped. Clear? And the sterigmata are the ones that will bear the conidia in this manner. What do you observe? That the conidia are born on the sterigmata. The ones that are proximal to the sterigmata are smaller in size, and if you can see that they are increasing in size, and eventually they will separate out from this structure and move out into the air for dispersal. Okay? Rami, metulae, sterigmata. Ram, met, sita. Okay? These are the conidia. Also called as the conidiospores. If I have to describe the conidia or conidiospores, I can call them as motile or non-motile. Non-motile. Are they endogenous inside a structure or geom like in Rhizopus, or are they outside exogenous? They are not endogenous, they are exogenous in nature. Non-motile and exogenous spores. Conidia are non-motile and exogenous asexual spores. Okay? The second type of asexual spore is sporangiospore, also called as aplanospore. For understanding this, we are considering the sporangiospores of Rhizopus, whose structure we had already seen previously. Also, mucor also shows sporangiospores. The structure of this kind of fruiting body was already taught to you, wherein this stalk is called as the sporangiophore. The bag-like structure that holds the sporangiospores is called sporangium. Remember this, and the sporangium inside will bear the sporangiospores. These are the sporangiospores, also called as the aplanospores. If I have to describe the sporangiospores, how will they be? Non-motile and endogenous origin. They will be formed endogenously, not exogenously, as in conidia. Endogenous origin and non-motile in nature. Sporangiospores. Rhizopus, muca. Then there is a third type of asexual spore, that is zoospores. For zoospores may be produced in fungi such as albugo. It is an oomycete. For production of zoospores, they will produce structures such as these. These structures are called as zoosporangium. This stalk will be called as zoosporangiophore, and inside this zoosporangium there will be the zoospores. Look at them carefully. What do you see? These are the zoospores, and as you can see, they are flagellated, and that makes them motile. What about origin? They are said to be endogenous origin. So we have learnt 3 types of asexual spores here: sporangiospores, conidia, and zoospores. Conidia are exogenous and non-motile. Sporangiospores are endogenous and non-motile, and zoospores are endogenous and motile spores. There are no exogenous motile forms. These are the asexual spores through which the fungi carry out asexual reproduction. The spores will spread and will find new substratum on which they can grow to produce a new fungal colony, which will be haploid. All of these spores will be haploid in nature. Okay?
महादेव के नाम पे सब्सक्राइब कर दे।